Hey everybody, this is a really quick rundown of the README files from my GitHub repo. Before that, a huge shout out to build on AWS Bedrock Agents web scraper repo. So this was the big inspiration behind what I did. So I actually went through this and then I decided to implement it and tweak a little bit of it. So what I did was just change the Streamlit interface, and then I also made modifications to use just one action group instead of two action groups. So yeah, before I get started, huge shout out to these guys. And I've also included their link as part of my README file. So yeah, quick rundown of what's happening here. So for the first part, which is setting up Lambda and Bedrock, I went the console route. So I went into AWS Lambda and I set up the Lambda function. And one nice thing that I want to call out is you can use Amazon Q to also ask it to explain what all of these different functions are doing. Like for instance, the brain behind this, the main function here is the handler function, which is called Lambda handler. And that's going to be the entry point and it's the one that's being called when function is invoked. So it lists out all the functions that are used. That's a nice thing that I wanted to call out to understand the logic that's happening here, the Lambda function. You then add a Lambda layer. So the layer is something that takes care of external dependencies. Now in this web crawler project, we are using external things like Beautiful Soup, which helps with the web crawling capability. So we want to keep our Lambda function light for the main logic, and the dependencies are being taken care of by the Lambda layer. That's the Lambda layer, Lambda piece of it. Let's then move on to the Bedrock version. So you go to Bedrock and you set up Claude Sonnet as the model, you give system instructions, and then you go to agents and you kind of define what your action group is and what exactly is the logic behind how the input received from the user should be processed and what the output should look like. The simplest way to think of it is that so you have, as part of the agent, you will also have a web scrape JSON schema. So that is going to define the contract. The agent will be the contract enforcer and Lambda will be the contract implementer. So that's how the Bedrock agent, Lambda, and the whole web scraping schema that you define as part of crawler agent all work together. So the last piece of it is, you make sure that everything works together and you go into the console and you test it out. So you say, in my case, I'm using this, I'm a new Fuji user. I got my XS20, so I'm all into recipes. So I found this awesome website called Ross and its JPEGs. So I'm going to use this as my target URL, and I'm going to ask Bedrock to tell me about Jurassic Jade recipe. So it's this nice recipe here, which is beautiful to capture anything that's green. So it gives me a nice response and I know it works. So now that we know that the agent works and Lambda function works as intended, we can go to the second part of the project, which is EC2 implementation. So for this, I again used the OG AWS project here. So I used the YAML file that they put together. And the only difference that I made was with the interface, the way the pictures look and all that. So I just made tweaks to the interface piece of it, but other than that, everything else remained the same. So I went into CloudFormation and then I created a new stack. I uploaded the EC2 Streamlit YAML file and it created this CloudFormation stack. To run the Streamlit app, I did a EC2 instance connect. I went into it and I made sure that I did a sudo command to go into the invoke Python file in particular, and I updated the ID of Bedrock and the alias ID. So you can get the Bedrock ID and the alias ID when you scroll down here. So I made sure I went into the invoke Python file and I updated these two IDs. Again, you can walk through my README file to understand the details behind these steps. The last part of it is yeah, running the Streamlit function and viewing the output, which is what's happening here.